go.
And for the Patreons, as Bede does the countdown, I always flip the bird as our number one to go. So
Indeed. We got a full... Oh, not a full moon, no.
That's not even a full moon. That's like CGI fucking clouds and moon already.
Imagine it just was full moons, American Werewolf in Paris.
A little taste of just how much CGI is coming.
Oh, this was the era of starting to do CGI for everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And this is not even, like, good CGI. I mean, there was still some pretty good CGI in films at the time, you know, Jurassic Park, Twister, but not for this movie. This is, like, Spawn level CGI.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you be distant, Spawn. That's a great movie.
I tend to agree. I actually really enjoy Spawn. It's Michael J. White, bitches.
I'd put Spawn in the same category as this movie, where it's fun and it has some elements of good in it, but what lowers it is the CGI. If this movie had the practical effects like the original did, this would be a decent film.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no.
No. And I'll tell you why I'm actually excited for this, everybody. So, back in, 1997, 1998, that era is like getting into horror on VHS. I could actually rent things, just won't. Julie Bowen was in this, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yes.
So anyway, I saw this horror movie. It had Tom Everett Scott, and it's like, okay, he's kind of hot. Let's watch this new horror movie. And I thought it was awesome at the time. I was probably like 13 or 12, I don't even remember. And I used to rent this all the time, and I have not seen it since VHS. So I have good memories of this movie.
That thing you do is Tom Everett Scott.
Yes.
Yes.
That thing you
Like,
do
for me-
is amazing. Sorry, Tim.
Oh man, what a movie! No, for me, I just want to clarify, like the original. That they say that this is the sequel to the American Werewolf in London. I don't know how what on that is. It's very loose if it's a sequel, but I'm a massive fan of that original.
Yeah.
And when this came out, I was so excited. I went and saw it, and I hated it. I thought it was absolute shit. And then a few years ago, I was doing the 31 Days of Horror for October season, and I did 31 werewolf movies.
Oh.
And I rewatched this, and I had a blast with it. It was actually one of the funnest movies I watched in that month. And I thought maybe it's not as bad as I gave it credit for.
That
was a few years ago now, so let's see.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited because I guess maybe I knew it wasn't the best, but I loved it anyway. And I had not seen An American Werewolf in London. And this movie led me to that movie, and that movie blew me away. Like, completely. But it was sort of like we were in an era of, like, teen horror movies because of Scream. So everything was, like, young characters and stuff. And my mind is still blown that Julie Bowen was in this movie, and I don't remember.
I know, right? Well, I think what's interesting about this film is it kind of worked as a standalone. So even if you hadn't seen An American Werewolf in London, like I saw this film first before American Werewolf in London. So to me, like I think I knew of London at the time, but it wasn't available at my video shop. So only this one was. So it kind of does work as like a standalone sequel. Like even if you hadn't seen American Werewolf in London, you don't need to necessarily see it to understand this film.
No. Because, we saw it. We saw it after this.
Yes.
I want some sex points. What's this all about, guys? What's up with these dude bros? I want some sex points. Someone tell me how to get sex points.
Would the asylum version of this be called American Werewolf starring Jeremy London?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
See what I mean?
It's a damn, like, very youthful Tom Everett Scott.
Oh, he was a heartthrob back in the day. Like, again, that thing you do with Bede's arch nemesis, Jonathan Sheck.
Yes.
person. There's sex and there's love. That's what differentiates
Oh.
humans from animals.
What the fuck is this conversation? They are real dude bros, eh?
Yes. Like how this dude here is just wearing a tank top on a train.
He looks familiar.
He probably
Who
has,
is
like,
that?
Once we get to Paris.
I don't know, but something tells me he has like really bad BO.
Between
He's a-
this film and Hospital, I've learned don't go to Europe with your buddies.
Yeah, no,
Don't do that.
don't.
Yes.
I mean, if you do, like in the hostel sense, just make sure you're the one wearing the aprons.
Mm.
I don't know why you'd want to be doing that, but I digress. We're at the Eiffel Tower.
I got to put the wire at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Mon Dieu. The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower.
Where are the werewolves?
What are they doing? I think we lost our guest,
Uh-oh.
but he will be back. As we do, we don't edit
Yes.
shit on this podcast.
Yes. He will be back.
Once the movie starts, all bets are off. You're either here or you're not, bitch.
The train is rolling, so
I don't know about anyone else on this
just-
podcast, but I have actually been at the top of the Eiffel Tower. I've actually been there.
nice.
Although, luckily, unlike these guys, I actually took the elevator up because there's way too many steps to climb up.
Oh, really? I've never been to Paris.
It's a nice city.
Sorry, I believe our guest's internet has crashed or something.
That's all right.
No, I'm back now.
He'll be
Oh,
back.
there he is.
Hey,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I was just trying to message you very quickly to be like, this is what we have to do.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
Sydney internet's not the best.
Neither is Melbourne internet. We'll just any Australian internet is just terrible.
That's true.
Canadian internet rocks.
Damn you, Canada.
My PC, not so much.
Canadians.
No, we need to work out what's wrong with your PC. This is.
I think if they
intense.
ever made like a
Sorry.
See, they should have made a third movie and set it in like Canada, and it can be called An American Werewolf in Toronto, eh?
That'd just be a bunch of werewolves running around killing people, then apologizing.
Oh, sorry, eh? Oh, fuck, my bad. Oh,
Oh, my bad. Actually, you know what? You know what they should do. Like, to be
No,
fair.
it's called Canadian Wendigo and Tuck to Yuck Tuck.
Yes.
What they should do is they have the Canadian werewolves, right? And they just get rid of everybody that's causing disruptions over there.
Well, Wolf Pop is Canadian, so
Yes.
There you
this
go.
is- this is not our first werewolf film.
Yes. And I have a feeling it probably won't be the last either.
Mm.
But why are these guys trying to bungee jump off the Eiffel Tower? I think that's a bit dangerous
Because they're dude
usually
bros.
if you bungee jump, yeah. But if you bungee jump, you're gonna like go off. But if you fling back, you're gonna hit the fucking tower.
Yeah, but they're drinking
And you'll-
wine. And I want to bungee jump off the fuck, I can't say it. I want to bungee jump off the Eiffel Tower. I apologize to any French listeners of this podcast.
You got there.
Where
in the
is
end,
my
that's
croissant?
all that matters.
He's forcing me. I want to do this. You understand?
You
We've
don't
lost
get
all
no
of our
croissant.
French listeners.
Okay, you're gonna get yourself.
I'm sorry, Pierre, our one French listener. No, I don't.
His real name is Sam Marcey. Don't be racist.
Damn it. Shut up, Bede. Shut up.
So, Marcy, out of these three guys, who's the hottest?
It's Tom Everett Scott. Like, I had a crush on him back then. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Like with the one with the black hair and the jacket? You don't think he's dreamy?
No, I would still.
He's got
I'd go for the more like nerdier looking guy or dorkier looking guy because that's like my weird taste. But
Okay.
you have to remember, during this era, we had That Thing You Do. We had Dead Man on Campus. We had lots of Tom Everett Scott, and I was like, dude, I kind of would like go there. But
This
again,
was the era. This was the era just of